Thanks for coming. Namaste. Namaste. If you're a regular to this Adventure Yoga Weekly Tune-Up, we had a little mishap yesterday in terms of weather. We got rained out, but we're back today, a day late, and I'm here at Joe's in Mui Ne with a class of live students, not just Facebook Live students. Thanks for coming. Thanks for making some time in your holiday to come and do some yoga. My plan for today is a Vinyasa class, so we'll link poses breath by breath, but because we're here and I don't know most of you, we'll take it slowly at the beginning. I'll do some more teaching of the poses at the beginning, and then we'll get a bit faster and move more quickly. Hi. Yeah, please join. Yeah, there used to be more mats. So Jane will go find some mats. But have a seat. You can have a seat on the grass for now. We'll find you some mats. Welcome. I'm on Facebook Live, but it's on me, not you. So do whatever you like or what you would normally do. No pressure. Thanks for coming. I've been thinking about an idea that my philosophy teacher has taught me, which we're going to do about 60 minutes of vinyasa today, so I'm not going to give you a big philosophy talk, but it's just something that I've been thinking about a lot recently, which is you can't change reality, you just have to look at it differently. I'm really enjoying being in Asia, but in not that long, really, just a little more than a month, I'm flying to Helsinki, where I won't have been out of Asia in, I think it's about 8 months, and I really like being warm. And I'm flying directly from Asia to Helsinki in the middle of October, and it's going to be really, really cold. But there's not much I can do about that, because that's, my life, and I can't complain really about having to go to Helsinki. And so I can't change the reality of what's about to happen. I really like going to the sauna, and the sauna isn't as exciting when the sea is really warm, so I can look forward to the fact that I'm going to get to jump into a cold sea because it's going to be October in Helsinki. And I'm hopeful that my winter jacket will arrive in Helsinki before I do. So I also can't change the reality of that. It means that I've been making sure that I look around me a little each day while I'm still here, and it's still warm, and I soak it in and enjoy this while I can. So one of the ways I get to enjoy it is by teaching yoga. And that's really how I get to be here this month, enjoying this. So thanks for coming. My name's Stephen. Come into child's pose, please. So for child's pose, take your knees wide, place your feet flat, bring your big toes to touch, sit on your heels, stretch your arms out, and fold forward. Touch your forehead down to the ground. Push your hands down and forward. Push your hips back. Balasana. You don't have to change your breath. Notice your breath. Now put a little more focus into your breath. Make your inhale slightly longer. Make your exhale slightly longer. Notice your breath. With an inhale, lift your shoulders, lift your hips. Bring your knees a little closer together. Come to your hands and your knees. Tabletop position. Lift your shoulders over your wrists so your arms are straight up and down. Bring your knees about hip distance apart. Place your feet flat. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. Straighten your arms. Push down through your hands. Look at your hands. Spread your fingers. Round your back. Look in towards your belly. Push down with your hands. Look forward. Lift your chest up. Stick your butt back behind you. Push down through your hands. Round your back. Look towards your belly. We call this cat pose because you kind of look like a cat stretching. Go the other way. Move your belly down. Lift your chest up. Look up. Move your pelvis back. Round your back. Cat pose. Arch your back, look up, move your hips back and up. We call this cow pose. Round your back, cat. Arch your back, cow. Round your back. Arch your back. And then come to a neutral position. Straighten your spine. Any luck? Sure. Yeah. When you negotiate that? Yeah. Thanks. So James is being my helper today. We are short of mats, which is an awesome situation to be in. If you've ever taught yoga or owned a yoga studio, not having enough mats means you have more students than you planned for, which is awesome. Thanks. So we were about to move from cat-cow into Vinyasa, tiger pose. Stretch your right arm out. Stretch your left leg back. Bend your right elbow. Bend your left knee. Bring your elbow and knee to touch. Push down through your left hand. Stretch out. Draw in. Touch your elbow to knee. Stretch out. Stretch back through your legs. Forward through your arm. Draw in, elbow to knee, push through your left hand, stretch out. One more, draw in, hold it, draw your belly in, push through your hand, stretch out, hand and knee down. Other side. Stretch your left arm out, right leg back. Bring your shoulder over your wrist, bend your elbow, bend your knee, draw in, touch. Tiger pose. Stretch out. You can make sound effects like roar if it helps. Draw your elbow in, knee, touch. Look, we got more mats. Success. Stretch out. Bend your elbow, bend your knee, draw in. Look everyone, it's Jane. Stretch out. Draw in. Hold it. Push through your hand, draw your belly in. Stretch out. Bring your hand and knee down. Sit back in child's pose. So sit not just on your heels, take your knees a little wide, fold forward. Stretch your arms out so you're a little more active. So stretch your hands forward, walk your hands forward, push through your hands, and engage your elbows so your elbows come off the mat. So child's pose is a good place to come if you need a break as we start to move through the safety first and into the then speed section of our class. There'll be a few waves of that, so it'll be slower, speed up, be slower, speed up, be slower, speed up, and then it'll be time to go home. Well, home, relative when you're at the beach in Mui Ne. Lift your shoulders, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, shoulders over your wrists. Walk your knees in a little. Walk your knees back a little, tuck your toes under. Lift your knees, push your chest back, come to down dog. Push down through your hands, push forward with your hands, lift your hips up. Breathe. Work to make your inhale and exhale the same length as each other. Bend your knees, everybody. Look forward and exhale. Walk to the top of your mat. Come to a forward fold. Touch the ground with all of your fingertips. So bend your knees as much as you need to touch the ground with your fingertips. Then relax your head and neck. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Touch your fingertips into the ground. Bend your elbows, bend your knees slightly. Bend your knees enough so that you can touch the ground with all of your fingertips. Relax your head and neck. Push down through your feet. Engage your knees. Push through your feet. Bring your hands onto your hips. Lift your elbows. Stand up. Stretch your arms down at your sides. Stretch your arms up. Fold forward. Bend your knees. Walk your hands beside your feet. Bend your knees more. Look forward. Walk your hands behind your feet. Bend your knees more. Bring your butt to the ground. Cross your legs. Sit up. Sit up tall. Close your eyes. Listen to the sea. When we practice yoga, we can change our perception. Yoga helps us learn how to change our perception. It puts us in situations where simply changing the way you look at what's happening can have a huge effect on how you feel, how much longer you can do it, the benefits that you get. Yoga teaches us through practice. So we have to show up, we have to practice. So thanks for coming to practice. As it starts to push you and challenge you, it makes you question why you came. Remember that it will help you change the way you see reality. It will teach you you can deal with more. Come out the other side, not just still yourself, but a better, stronger, healthier, happier version of yourself. So we practice. At least we get to practice where we can sit and listen to the sea. Look up at the coconut trees. See the fishermen out in the water. It's pretty amazing. Bring your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Sit up tall. And if you like to sing Om, join me to sing one Om. Otherwise, you can listen. Exhale fully. At the top of your inhale, we'll sing one Om. Inhale. Bow your chin to your chest. Lower your hands to your lap. Lift your chin. Open your eyes. Stand up. Stand near the top of your mat. Bring your feet about hip distance apart. Make your feet parallel to each other, roughly toes pointed straight ahead. Push down through your feet, stretch your arms down at your sides. We call this Tadasana, mountain pose. Stretch your arms straight, straighten your legs. So it's mountain pose. Make yourself feel a bit more like a mountain, like you're making yourself strong from the inside. Stretch your arms up. Urdhva Hastasana, arms up. Bend your knees a little, fold forward, touch the ground. Uttanasana. Place your hands on your hips, lift your elbows, stand up. Stretch your arms down at your sides, Tadasana. Stretch your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Bend your knees a little, fold forward, touch the ground, Uttanasana. Keep your knees bent, keep touching the ground, straighten your arms, lift your chest a little. Fold over your legs, bend your elbows, place your hands on your hips, lift your elbows up, stand up. Tadasana, stretch your arms down at your sides, just watch this. Don't do, just watch. You did this, then we did this, just watch for a minute. We did this, then we did this. Then I gave you the instruction to keep your knees bent, keep touching the ground, straighten your arms and lift your chest a little. So that's what we're looking for. It's not, don't bring your hands off the ground, I'm not a big fan of that. Instead, keep your knees bent, keep touching the ground, and instead of the forward fold, straighten your arms, lift your chest a little, stretch your spine long, and then to bend your elbows and fold forward. Hands to your hips, we'll use that to stand for some of the time. Try it. We call it Ardha Uttanasana. It means half forward fold, sort of. Stretch your arms up. Bend your knees, fold forward, touch the ground, Uttanasana. Straighten your arms, lift your chest a little, fold over your legs, bend your elbows. Place your hands on your hips, lift your elbows up, stand up. Great. Stretch your arms down at your sides. Do that again. Stretch up, fold forward, Uttanasana. Straighten your arms, lift your chest a little, Ardha Uttanasana. Then place your hands flat, step your right leg back, step your left leg back, come to the top of a push-up, plank pose. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, push down through your hands. Step your right leg forward, step your left leg forward. Then walk your feet forward as much as you need to so that you're back in standing at the top of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips, lift your elbows, stand up. Stretch your arms down at your sides, Tadasana. Stretch your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Bend your knees a little, fold forward, touch the ground, Uttanasana. Keep touching the ground, straighten your arms, lift your chest, Ardha Uttanasana. Place your hands flat, step your left leg back, step your right leg back, come to plank pose, top of a push-up. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, push down through your hands, push down through your feet. Bring your knees down to the ground, just your knees. Straighten your legs, lift your knees off the ground. Step your left leg forward, step your right leg forward. Doesn't matter which one, really. Bring your hands to your hips. Lift your elbows. Stand up. Stretch your arms down to your sides. Cool. Watch. This, Urdhva Hastasana, Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana, plank pose. We hung out here for a little while. Bring your knees down. Don't stick your butt up. Don't move your shoulders back. From plank pose, stretch your knees down. Bend your knees. Arms straight. Draw your belly in. Then bend your elbows. Move your chest forward as you bend your elbows back. Bend your elbows. When you need to collapse down to the ground, that looks a bit like this. And that's totally fine. And then we pick ourselves back up. To come back out of it, kind of do the reverse. You lift your hips, keep your knees down, then you lift your knees, move back to down dog. Try it. It's going to be really fun. Stretch your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, fold forward, bend your knees, touch the ground, Uttanasana. Straighten your arms, lift your chest, Ardha Uttanasana. Step back to plank pose. Step your legs back, shoulders over your wrists. Bend your knees down to the ground. Push through your hands, shoulders over your wrists. Draw your belly in. Bend your elbows back, move your chest forward. Keep bending your elbows, make your arms straight and strong. Touch your hips to the ground, place your feet flat. Lift your chest up. Point your elbows back. Cobra. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Lift your knees. Push up and back. Downward facing dog. Push down through your hands. Move your chest back. Lift your hips up. At the bottom of your next exhale, bend your knees. Look forward and walk up to the top of your mat. Ardha Uttanasana, so bend your knees a little, straighten your arms, lift your chest, fold forward, Uttanasana. Place your hands on your hips, lift your elbows, stand up, stretch your arms down at your sides, Tadasana. So that sequence together, we call it Surya Namaskar or Sun Salutation. It's used a lot in Vinyasa yoga classes. It's used a lot in yoga classes. And in not yoga classes, I first learned it in karate. Stretch your arms down at your sides. Stretch your arms up. We have no sun to see, really, today, but it's there, or it would be dark. Fold forward, bend your knees, touch the ground. I'm so wise, right? It's still there, or it would be dark. Straighten your arms, lift your chest. Ardha Uttanasana. Place your hands flat. Step back to plank pose. Palakasana. Shoulders over your wrists. Bring your knees down to the ground. Inhale. Bend your elbows. Move your chest forward. Bend your elbows. Move your chest forward. Draw your belly in. Touch your hips down. Feet flat. Lift your chest up. Keep your elbows bent. Tuck your toes. Push up and back. Downward facing dog. Push down through your hands. Push down through the inner edges of your hands. Push forward with your hands to help move your chest back. Lift up through your hips, like you're trying to sit on the ceiling. The bottom of your next exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and walk up to the top of your mat. Bend your knees a little, keep touching the ground, straighten your arms, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Place your hands on your hips, lift your elbows, stand up. Stretch your arms at your sides, Tadasana. Again, stretch up, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Bend your knees a little, straighten your arms, inhale. Place your hands, step back, exhale. Stay here in plank for your inhale. Then bring your knees down, bend your elbows, move your chest forward, exhale. Cobra, feet flat, chest, hips down, chest up. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, lift your knees, push back, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees. Look forward. Walk or float to the top of your mat. Bend your knees a little. Touch the ground. Straighten your arms. Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale. Fold forward. Uttanasana. Exhale. Place your hands on your hips. Lift your elbows. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, bring your hands down at your sides. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana. Straighten your arms, lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Bring your knees down to the ground. Stay here, breathe. Draw your belly in. Lift your knees off the ground. Straighten your legs. Bring your knees down to the ground. Bend your elbows just a little bit. Draw your belly in. Move your chest forward. Bend your elbows just a little bit. If you're happy here, bring your knees off the ground or stay where you are. Then bend your elbows more. Move your chest forward. Bring your hips down. Feet flat, lift your chest. Cobra. Tuck your toes, push up and back. Down dog. Breathe. At the bottom of your exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and float or walk to the top of your mat. Ardha Uttanasana, Uttanasana. Hands to your hips, lift your elbows, stand up. Tadasana. One more. Urdhva Hastasana, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, step back, top of a push-up, Palakasana. Either keep your knees up or bring your knees down. Bend your elbows, lower, shoulders as high as your elbows. Place your hips down, feet flat. Cobra, Bhujangasana. Tuck your toes, push up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Bend your knees, exhale, look forward and walk or float to the top of your mat. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale, lift your chest, fold forward, exhale, stand up, exhale, Tadasana. Bring your feet together, stretch your arms down at your sides. Just change Tadasana slightly. Look, pretty cool, right? I keep reminding myself. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'll show you guys later. See, they don't get to see. They're just at home on a computer somewhere. Turn your left leg out. Bring your right hand to your hip. Yeah, now pose. Slide your left foot up your right leg. Push your foot into your leg into your foot. Keep your foot below your knee, or start to bring it above your knee, and then you can use your left hand to help. Bring your foot inside your right leg, high as you can. Don't push your foot into your knee though, so go above or below your knee fully. Bring your left hand to your hip. If that makes it impossible, you can go back to holding your left ankle. If you're okay with hands on hips, go to hands to heart, Anjali Mudra. We call this pose Vrikshasana, tree pose. So you're a bit like a tree. You can make it more tree-like by growing your limbs. Push your foot into your leg into your foot. Push down through your right foot. Push down through your right big toe. Lift through your thumbs. Amazing. Tadasana. Lower your arms, lower your leg. Incredible. Nice. Bring your left hand to your hip, turn your right leg out. Slide your foot up inside your left leg. And start to slide your foot up higher. Grab your ankle if you want. Place your foot high inside your left leg. You can stay holding your ankle or bring your hand to your hip. And once you feel steady there, you can always bring your hands to your heart. It's a little more challenging. Or you can stretch up, grow your tree more, which is even more challenging. From there, you can really mess with yourself, do things like bring your hands together. Jane likes this look up. It's crazy. It's crazy. Super hard. Push down through your left big toe. Lift through your left knee. Lift through your thumbs. Tadasana. Lower your leg, lower your arms. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Stretch your arms straight. Bring your right hand to your hip. Bend your left knee. Reach inside your leg. Touch your leg to your arm. Balance there for now. Lift your knee higher. grab your big toe. Push your arm into your leg, push your leg into your arm. Open your left knee out behind you. Out to the left, tuck your left hip underneath you. That was really just me trying not to fall. I wasn't trying to look fancy. Start around the top of your big toe, down to the inside edge. Yeah. Push your knee into your arm, push your arm back into your leg. Pull on your foot, push your foot back into your hand. Point your knee back towards the C. That's just to rub it into everyone at home. Bring your left leg down. Tadasana. Take it out. And then settle. Tadasana. Bring your left hand to your hip. Lift your right knee up. Place your right arm on the inside of your right leg and push them into each other. Flex your right foot, make it more active. Hug your leg in, push your arm into your leg, and then lift your knee higher, grab your big toe. Wrap your thumb around your big toe, and then tighten up your right butt to open your right knee out to the right. Push down through your left foot, lift through your left knee. Stretch your left arm out to the side. Push your arm into your leg into your arm. Bring your knee back to center. Bring your leg down. Tadasana. One more fun standing pose. This one's for you, Jane. Bend your left knee. Bring your hands to your hips. Stretch your left leg straight out in front of you. Engage your ankle, engage your toes. Tighten up your left knee, and then lift your heel higher. Flex at your hip a little more. Tighten up on your left fingers so that you can lift your knee higher. Lift your heel higher. Yeah, this is meant to be really challenging. It's called Utthita Ekapadasana. It's a real pose. Bring your leg down. I know it might just look like lifting your leg, but it doesn't feel like it. Hands to your hips. Straighten your legs. Bend your right knee. Stretch your leg out. Utthita Ekapadasana means something like upward one leg. A lot of times the Sanskrit for the pose names is very literal. Hug your legs towards each other. Flex your foot. Spread your toes. And then from your knee up in towards your hip. Underneath the fingers on your right hand, engage your muscles to lift your knee a little higher, lift your heel a little higher. Flex your hip more. Bring your leg down. Shake it out. Yeah. Feet together. Stretch your arms up. Bend your knees, fold forward. Uttanasana. Bend your knees, lower your pelvis. Move your hips back. Lift your arms up. Utkatasana. Sometimes called chair pose, more like fierce. Stick your butt back. Move your butt down. Lift your arms up. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Bend your knees more. More, like beyond chair. Sit down. Lift your heels. Stretch your legs straight. If stretching your legs straight is like ridiculous for you, totally fine. Bend your knees, it'll be a little less ridiculous. Squeeze your legs towards each other. You can even hold the backs of your legs. I sort of call these like mild, medium, spicy. So we've gone the reverse order. You've got to choose, like, did they serve me way too hot a dish? Do I need to cool it down a little? And then we could be here longer because it takes me longer to explain to you what they are again, in case you've forgotten. So bent knees holding the back of your thighs, that's mild. Medium is arms stretched straight out. Leg straight is spicy. Extra hot, lower halfway. Come back up, this is extra spicy. Yeah, it's like super spicy. They put way too many chilies in your food. It's all, what's it called? Sambal. It's all sambal all the time. Cool. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Lie down and go, ah. I was telling them before class they didn't have to be quiet. They can make all the noises they want, but I don't know if my microphone's going to pick up any of the background noise. But don't worry, everyone loves the core work as much as you do. All right, sit up. Stand up. Walk back to down dog. Walk forward. Walk your hands back. Sit down. Don't worry, you don't have to do boat pose again right now. Just like mimic it. Lift your legs. You're not really doing it though. Bring your feet down. Bring your hands down. Lean forward and start to like push back with your hands so you can lift your butt up. Walk your hands forward and lift your hips up. Then walk your feet back, come back to down dog. Then walk forward. Walk your hands back. Bend your knees, sit down, pretend you're doing boat pose. And then bring your feet down, lift your butt up, walk back to down dog. Maybe you get where we're going with this. Walk forward, sit down, lift your legs, stretch your arms out, bend your knees, bring your feet down, lift your hips up, walk back down dog. A little bit faster. Walk forward, sit down, lift your legs, boat pose, bring your feet down, lift your hips, walk back, down dog. Cool. Come down to your knees, sit up. Sit up, watch. So what we're going to try to do is our best, because, you know, why not challenge ourselves, have a bit of fun while we're doing it. Start the easy way. Start in Utkatasana first. Because we could jump forward from down dog into bridge pose or into boat pose, but that seems excessive. So instead we'll start here, like we did, and then you're going to come down into your variation of boat pose. Mild, medium, spicy. Those are my feet, everybody. They're like right into the camera lens. And then, when you're done, instead of collapsing onto your back, which feels good, but isn't, you know, going to get us to the next pose, you're going to do this. You're going to cross your ankles, place your hands, lift your legs up, and then really quickly walk your legs back and come to down dog. It can look like that, like, or you can start to do it a bit faster and work to push up and work to get up and jump or jump a little bit. That first jump, getting your body out of the way, super tough to move that much. But you can play with moving a little faster. You can play with moving a little slower. First we have to stand up and get there. This boat pose will be faster. Don't worry. Bend your knees, lower your pelvis, lift your arms. Utkatasana. Breathe, squeeze your legs together. Straighten your arms. Bend your knees more. Sit down and choose. Mild, medium, spicy. And then decide in your mind whether you want to jump back, crawl back, walk back quickly and make it look like a jump in your mind, or step back. And then bring your feet down. Either cross your ankles or just lift up. The crossing your ankles can help get your hips up. And then from here, either walk back or jump back. Down dog. Breathe. To come out, you're going to jump or walk forward to Uttanasana, to a forward fold. Bend your knees, look forward, and jump or walk. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Utkatasana, chair pose, fierce pose. Bend your knees, lower your hips, lift your arms. Tadasana. Cool, that was side one. Side two. Looks a lot like side one. Bend your knees, lift your arms. Lower your hips, lift your legs. Choose mild, medium, or spicy. Bring your feet down. Lift your hips up. Jump back to down dog. Shift forward to plank pose. Bend your elbows, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog.
Thought it was a demonstration.
That's okay. I might have said that it was. It was for you. It was a good place to be. Bend your knees. Exhale. Look forward. Float or walk to the top of your mat. Bend your knees. Lower your hips. Stretch your arms up. Utkatasana. Stand. Tadasana. Times, right? Yeah. So most of you I don't know, which is awesome because it means more people are finding out there's yoga here now that we've had flyers made. So that's really useful and really, really awesome because it's nice to see people that I don't know in class. But that means that you don't know that I tend to talk a lot. I tend to push you to work hard. But then I also really want to make sure that you remember that you can take a break when you need to take a break. You can observe when it's accidental or intentional. It's all very, very worthwhile. Watch, learn, sit, listen, take a break, breathe, and don't forget to look out there and go, oh my God, look where we get to do yoga. Okay. We'll do a little more yoga. Stretch your arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Fold forward. Uttanasana. Come up part way. Ardha Uttanasana. Straighten your arms. Lift your chest. Fold forward. Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale. Straighten your arms. Lift your chest. Step back to plank pose. Exhale. Bend your elbows. Lower all the way down to your belly. Place your hands in front of you. Stack one hand on top of the other. Rest your chin on your hands. Stay like that. And then listen. Push down through the top of your left foot. Push down through the top of your right foot. Push down to the top of your feet. Make them really strong. Straighten your ankles. So straighten your feet back behind you. Cool. You can keep them on the ground. Spread your toes, push down through your toes. Push down through your left foot so much that your knee comes up off the ground. Turn your left knee in a little bit. Then bring your left knee back down. Push down through your right foot so much that your right knee comes up off the ground a little. Then turn your right knee in. Bring your right knee back down to the ground. Push down through your hips. Push down through your toes. Move your hands out of the way. Lift your chest. Interlace your hands behind your head. Push down through your hips. Don't do what I'm doing. Do what I'm saying. I'm just moving and I want you to know that. Push down through your hips. Push down through your feet. Spread your toes. Lift your chest higher. Lift your sternum, your breastbone up. Push through your legs. Lift your breastbone. Nice. Amazing. Come down. Remember cobra. Place your hands beside your chest like cobra. Push down through your hips. Push down through your feet. Hover your hands off the ground. So bring your hands so they float off the ground a little. Push down through your feet. They're going to get really light. Push them down. Push your hips down. Lift your chest up. Push your hips down. Lift your breastbone up. Touch your hands to the ground. Pull back. Lift up higher. Tuck your toes. Push up and back. Down dog. Come to child's pose. Bring your knees to the ground. Place your feet flat. Sit back on your heels. Stretch your arms forward. Breathe. Lift your shoulders, lift your hips. Come to your hands and knees. Step your legs back. Come to plank pose. Bend your elbows and lower down to your belly. Stretch your arms straight out in front of you. Push down through your feet. Straighten your ankles. Straighten your feet. Push down through your left foot so that your left knee comes off the ground. Then turn your left knee in a little. Bring your left knee back down. Push down through your right foot. Turn your right knee in a little. Bring your right knee down. Push down through your hips. Push down through your feet. Lift your head. Look forward. Lift your arms. Bring your right hand down. Lift your left leg up. Bring your right foot down. Left leg up, left arm up. So same side. Lift your right arm. Lift your right leg. Bring your left hand, left leg down. Lift your right arm, right leg higher. Lift your left arm, left leg, both hands, both legs. Right arm down, right leg down. Bring your right arm up, left leg down, right leg up. Oh my gosh, it's so confusing. Switch sides, right arm down, right leg down. Left leg up, left arm up. Now it's the same side again. I don't know how that happened. Bring your arms down, bring your head down. Relax. Place your hands beside your chest, like you're going to do cobra. Straighten your legs behind you. Place your feet flat. Straighten your ankles. Keep your head on the ground, forehead, nose, or chin. Push your hands into the ground. Stretch your elbows back. Lift your shoulders. Keep your head down. Push your hips down, feet down, hands down. Lift your chest up. Bring your hands off the ground and fly. Yeah, super hard. Fun. Push down through your hips. Lift your breastbone up. Touch the ground again. Pull back, lift your chest up. Cobra. Bhujangasana. Child's pose. Lift your hips. Take your knees wide. Sit back on your heels. Slide your hands back, sit up, bring your knees together. Lift your butt up, move your feet over to the left. Then place the top of your left foot on the bottom of your right foot. Sit down. Take your left hand, hold above your right knee. Take your right hand, touch the ground behind you. And then push forward with your left hand. Push your hand towards the right. And twist. Look over your right shoulder. And then if you want to like glamour pose it a little, you can look over your left shoulder. Like throw your nose up in the air. And you can use that pose poolside for Instagram. And I'll only charge you like $50 for the rights to use this pose. Perfect. Turn your head back to the right, if it's forward, and then untwist. Bring your hands to the ground. Lift your hips up. Swing your legs over to the right. Then place your right foot on your left foot. Sit down. Hold above your left knee with your right hand. Touch the ground back behind you with your left hand. Sit up tall. And then look over your left shoulder. Bharadvajasana. And if you like the glamour pose, you can look over your right shoulder and look forward. You get a really amazing view. Sit up tall and twist your spine. Lift your chest up. come back to center. Swing your legs right around to face forward. Pull your hips back a little bit. Bend your knees. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Bring your chest to your legs. Push your feet in your hands. Pull on your feet with your hands. Spread your toes. Stretch your spine long by pushing down with your hands, and then lengthen through your spine. Walk your feet a little bit away. Push down through your feet, pull on your feet, and push your feet into your hands. Really push down through your feet and lengthen your spine. Walk your heels away a little bit more. Your choice how far that is. Push down through your heels, stretch through your spine, relax your head and neck, round into your upper back and fold over your knees. Keep pulling on your feet, keep lengthening your spine. Draw your belly in, draw your lower back in, stretch. Keep holding your feet, lift your head and chest. Sit up, lie down. As you lie down, straighten your legs, bring your legs together, flex your feet. Stretch your arms at your sides, look straight up. We were doing Tadasana pose, mountain pose, standing at the top of your mat, being really strong and active. Do that here. It's Supta Tadasana. Make your feet active. Make your ankles strong, like you're standing on your feet. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Straighten your legs. Push down through your shoulders. Push down through your heels. Look up. Look at the coconut trees. Look at the palm trees. Maybe see the bats starting to fly around. Bats are good. They're eating the mosquitoes. Set up for Shavasana. Separate your feet as wide as your mat. Then relax your feet so they roll out. So bring your heels about as wide as the width of your mat. Relax your feet so they turn out. Turn your palms up at your sides. Move your arms away from your upper body a little. Relax your eyes. Relax your breathing. Relax your feet and your ankles. Deepen your breath. Expand your chest with your inhale. And compress your chest from all sides with your exhale. Expand the sides of your chest as you inhale. Expand front and into the ground with your chest. Move through your fingers, move through your toes to pull your breath out to your extremities. Stretch through your arms, stretch through your legs. Move your skin, move your joints. Bend your knees. Roll onto your right side. With your legs heavy, use your arms, press yourself up, and come up to seated. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Close your eyes. Sit up tall. Yoga helps us learn and remember that things that seem impossible, that we really want to figure out through study, through practice, through education, through trial and error, the impossible becomes more possible. Yoga teaches us that we can control our breath, we can control our body in ways we thought impossible before yoga. The reality isn't different, but we work to shift the reality. We work to shift what we're capable of without really changing the world. We change ourselves little by little, day by day, and we can see the world, we can see ourselves from a different place. Thanks for coming down to the seaside with me and practicing yoga. Namaste. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to turn you off so I can say bye to the real people. Sorry, not that you're not real. Bye.